Wealth is not something that should be pursued in a frantic or desperate manner. Many people approach money with a scarcity mindset, constantly feeling like they have to chase it, grasp it, and hold on to it tightly. This mindset creates tension and a sense of lack, leading to stress and frustration. But here's the truth. Wealth isn't about chasing money. It's about creating an environment where money is attracted to you. When you approach wealth from a mindset of abundance, you start to understand that there is more than enough to go around. Money is plentiful and can be created and accumulated through value, creativity, and persistence. When you think in terms of scarcity, when you feel like you have to chase after every opportunity, you place yourself in a reactive state. You start living your life in response to external circumstances, constantly scrambling for what's just out of reach. This mindset leads to anxiety and burnout because you're always feeling like you're not doing enough or getting enough. You might work harder, push yourself further, and take on more responsibilities, but if your mindset remains rooted in scarcity, you'll never feel truly successful. You'll always be chasing the next paycheck, the next deal, the next opportunity, never quite able to settle or feel secure. The alternative is to develop a mindset of abundance. With an abundance mindset, you don't chase money, you attract it. Instead of thinking, I need to find a way to make more money, you think, how can I create more value? The shift is subtle, but it's transformative. You stop seeing money as something to be fought for, and instead see it as something that naturally flows into your life when you provide value to others. This mindset helps you approach opportunities with a sense of confidence and ease rather than desperation. This change in thinking starts with understanding that money is simply a tool, nothing more and nothing less. Money itself is neutral. It's not inherently good or bad. It's just a medium that allows you to exchange value. When you shift your thinking to reflect that abundance is all around you, you open yourself to seeing opportunities in every situation. Money will start to chase you because you'll be in alignment with its natural flow. You'll see it as something that flows freely when you are in the right mindset and taking the right actions. One of the most powerful elements of long-term thinking is the understanding that success doesn't happen overnight. The most successful people didn't wake up one day to find themselves wealthy. They took consistent steps over many years, working toward their goals and learning from their mistakes. They focused on the long-term process, not the immediate payoff. By focusing on the long game, they avoided the pitfalls of impatience and short-term thinking. They didn't measure success by the immediate results of their actions, but by the progress they were making toward their ultimate vision. The key to achieving real wealth through long-term thinking is to resist the urge to chase fleeting opportunities. Short-term opportunities often come with risks that don't align with your overall goals, and while they may seem tempting, they rarely lead to long-term success. It's essential to focus on investments, whether they're in your career, your education, or your business, that will continue to pay off for years to come. This requires having the discipline to stay the course, even when you don't see immediate results. The foundation of true wealth is built on smart, steady, and thoughtful decisions that support long-term growth. Wealth is also about how you manage your resources, and that means thinking beyond the financial aspect. True wealth includes time, health, relationships, and personal development. People who create lasting wealth understand the importance of investing in themselves. They develop skills, expand their knowledge, and build relationships that support their goals. They don't focus solely on money, but on creating a life that encompasses all aspects of well-being. Wealth isn't just about what you have in the bank. It's about creating a life that is fulfilling and sustainable, one that will continue to bring you joy and success for years. Long-term thinking also helps you deal with challenges and setbacks. Life is full of unexpected events, and it's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned. However, those who focus on the long term understand that obstacles are just part of the process. They don't get bogged down by short-term failures or setbacks. Instead, they learn from them and keep moving forward. They know that success is not a straight path and that every challenge is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. By focusing on the long game, you build resilience and develop the ability to navigate through life's ups and downs with confidence. In addition to patience and discipline, long-term thinking requires vision. You need to have a clear picture of where you want to be in the future and use that vision to guide your decisions today. This vision keeps you focused on the bigger picture, even when it feels like progress is slow or when short-term distractions arise. Your vision becomes your compass, helping you stay on track and avoid detours. By consistently making decisions that align with your long-term goals, you set yourself up for a future of success and fulfillment. The most successful people are those who think beyond the next paycheck or the next deal. They understand that real wealth is built over time through consistent effort and long-term thinking. It's not about making a quick buck. It's about creating lasting value that will continue to grow and serve you for years to come. When you focus on the long game, you not only build financial wealth, but you also create a life that is rich in purpose, fulfillment, and happiness. You understand that wealth is a journey, not a destination, and that the work you put in today will lead to the success you enjoy tomorrow. Believing in your ability to create wealth is one of the most important steps toward actually achieving it. Without belief, there's little motivation to take action or push through the obstacles that inevitably arise. If you don't believe that wealth is possible for you, it's hard to expect anything different. People who are successful know one thing for sure. They are capable of creating the life they desire. They trust in their abilities, their judgment, and their ability to learn and adapt. This belief fuels their decisions, drives their actions, and keeps them moving forward, even in the face of adversity. It all begins with self-belief. If you don't believe that you can create wealth, you'll never take the necessary steps to make it happen. You'll second-guess yourself at every turn, waiting for external validation or waiting for the right time to act. But wealth doesn't come from waiting. It comes from taking bold, consistent action, and that action is driven by confidence in yourself and in your ability to succeed. Self-doubt is the enemy of progress, and it keeps people stuck in the same place. When you believe that you are capable of succeeding, you are more likely to take the risks and make the decisions that will move you closer to your goals. Believing in your ability to create wealth doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out. You don't need to know all the answers right now, and you don't need to have every step planned out. What you need is faith in your ability to figure things out as you go. Every successful person has faced uncertainty, and every successful person has had to deal with challenges they didn't anticipate. But they pushed forward because they believed that no matter what happened, they had the ability to overcome any obstacle. Belief is the foundation that allows you to take action, to make decisions, and to trust in the process, even when the future seems uncertain. Believing in your ability to create wealth is also about knowing that you deserve it. Far too often, people hold themselves back because they don't think they're worthy of success or wealth. This belief in scarcity, in the idea that wealth is for others but not for them, is a major roadblock. But the truth is, everyone deserves wealth in their own right. Wealth is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone who is willing to do the work, take the necessary risks, and provide value to others. When you believe you deserve success, you stop playing small and start taking the necessary steps to achieve your goals. When you believe in your ability to create wealth, you also shift your focus from what you don't have to what you do have. Many people get stuck in a cycle of thinking about their lack of resources, lack of time, lack of money. But successful people understand that the key to wealth is using what you already have. You may not have millions of dollars or perfect circumstances, but you do have skills, time, creativity, and energy. By focusing on these resources and using them to create value, you build the foundation for future success. Belief in yourself means recognizing the assets you already possess and using them to your advantage. It's about working with what you've got and knowing that, over time, it will pay off. Believing in your ability to create wealth also means understanding that you can learn and grow. No one starts as an expert, and no one knows everything from the beginning. Successful people don't expect to get everything right at once. They understand that wealth is the result of continuous learning and improvement. By believing in your ability to learn, you open yourself to new possibilities, new opportunities, and new ways of thinking. This growth mindset allows you to adapt to changing circumstances and seize opportunities as they arise. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the closer you get to achieving your goals. Moreover, belief in yourself and your ability to create wealth gives you the confidence to act, even when others may not support you. Not everyone will believe in your vision. In fact, there will always be people who doubt your abilities or question your choices. But those who are successful don't rely on the opinions of others to validate their actions. They believe in their vision, and they pursue it with confidence, even when others don't understand. This unwavering belief is what keeps you moving forward when things get tough. You don't need approval from others to take the steps toward your success. When you truly believe in your ability to create wealth, you also stop fearing failure. Failure is often seen as the ultimate setback, but successful people understand that failure is simply a part of the journey. It is through failure that you learn valuable lessons, refine your approach, and develop resilience. Belief in your ability to succeed means seeing failure not as an obstacle, but as a stepping stone. When you aren't afraid to fail, you take more risks, make bolder moves, and ultimately find success faster. It's not the fear of failure that holds you back, it's the belief that failure means the end. When you believe that failure is just another opportunity to learn, you shift your mindset and position yourself for success. Finally, belief in your ability to create wealth encourages you to act with purpose and clarity. People who believe they can succeed don't waste time on activities that don't serve their goals. They focus on the things that matter, and they take consistent action to move toward their objectives. They are deliberate with their time and resources because they believe that every action they take is bringing them closer to their goal. When you believe in yourself, you stop wasting time on doubts and distractions and start focusing on what truly matters. Belief is the catalyst for success. It drives your actions, influences your decisions, and shapes your reality. When you truly believe in your ability to create wealth, you will do what it takes to make it happen. The road may not always be easy, but with belief in yourself and your capabilities, you will keep moving forward, learning from your failures and achieving your dreams. Success is not something that falls into your lap. It's something you create through consistent effort and a strong mindset. One of the fundamental principles that will guide you towards success is focusing on the value you provide to others. When you shift your mindset from simply trying to accumulate wealth to thinking about how you can make a positive impact, wealth begins to follow naturally. The more value you create, the more wealth you will attract. Providing value to others starts with understanding what people need and finding ways to meet those needs in a way that benefits everyone involved. This is a powerful principle, especially in business. The most successful entrepreneurs don't focus solely on the money. They focus on the problems they can solve and how they can make others' lives better. When you make this your primary focus, the money will come as a byproduct of your service and contribution. Money is simply a form of exchange for value. The more value you create, the more willing people are to pay for it, invest in it, or engage with it. Value creation also means focusing on quality, not just quantity. It's easy to get caught up in the rush to make a quick buck, but this often leads to subpar products, poor customer experiences, and missed opportunities. When you focus on providing real value, your customers or clients will recognize that and reward you with loyalty, referrals, and long-term relationships. Wealth is often built on the foundation of these strong, trusting relationships, which are only possible when you genuinely care about the value you bring to others.
The act of creating value goes beyond just the obvious exchange of products or services. It extends to everything you do in your business or career. Whether you're offering advice, mentoring someone, or solving a problem in your personal life, you are constantly adding value. It's important to understand that your actions, words, and even your mindset contribute to the value you create. If you come into a situation with a positive, proactive mindset, you'll be able to find solutions and help others in ways that enhance your reputation and ultimately attract wealth. People gravitate toward those who are solution oriented, who can be counted on to bring value to the table. In the context of wealth, value creation also means continuous improvement and growth. You can't simply rest on your laurels after providing a great product or service once. The most successful people in any field are those who continually innovate and improve upon what they do. They never settle for good enough. Instead, they are always looking for ways to enhance the value they bring to the world. They take feedback seriously, constantly strive to improve, and keep evolving to meet the changing needs of their audience or customers. This commitment to continuous growth and improvement is key to long-term success and wealth. Furthermore, providing value isn't just about creating something tangible, it's also about contributing to the overall well-being of those around you. If you're working in a team or leading a group, the value you create isn't just in the tasks you complete or the products you sell. It's in the relationships you build, the morale you boost, and the way you uplift others. When you empower those around you, whether through mentorship, support, or encouragement, you create an environment where everyone thrives. This positive energy and collaboration lead to success, both for you and for those you work with. Wealth also comes from understanding that value creation is not a one-time event. It is a process that must be maintained and nurtured over time. For example, in business, customer satisfaction should be an ongoing effort, not just something you check off when a sale is made. When you provide exceptional value to your customers or clients, they'll not only return, but will also become your greatest advocates, sharing their experiences with others. This builds your reputation, and your reputation is one of your most valuable assets when it comes to attracting wealth. The more positive word of mouth you generate, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Additionally, creating value allows you to stand out in a crowded marketplace. In today's world where information is constantly flowing and competition is fierce, it can be difficult to differentiate yourself. But when you focus on providing genuine value, you become known for your expertise, your generosity, and your commitment to excellence. This distinction is incredibly valuable because it positions you as the go-to person in your field. When people recognize the value you bring, they'll naturally turn to you when they need something, whether it's a product, service, or advice. The more value you create, the more you'll be in demand, and this demand leads to financial success. To provide value effectively, you also need to understand the importance of being adaptable. As the needs and preferences of your customers or audience evolve, you need to evolve with them. Providing value means staying in tune with what people want and being willing to adjust your approach when necessary. This flexibility is what allows you to stay relevant in a fast-changing world and continue to meet the demands of those you serve. If you resist change and hold on to outdated methods, you risk losing the ability to provide value in a way that resonates with your audience. Ultimately, when you focus on providing value, you are adopting a mindset of abundance and service. You stop seeing wealth as something you need to grab or hoard and start seeing it as something that flows naturally to you as a result of your positive contributions. By shifting your focus from getting to giving, you align yourself with the flow of wealth and success. The more value you provide, the more wealth will flow to you. And this wealth won't just be financial, it will also come in the form of opportunities, connections, and personal growth, all of which contribute to your overall success. In conclusion, wealth is not something you chase, it's something you attract by shifting your mindset, taking consistent action, and focusing on providing value. By adopting an abundance mindset, believing in your ability to succeed, and committing to long-term goals, you set the foundation for real, lasting wealth. As you consistently create value, innovate, and invest in both yourself and others, opportunities for success will naturally unfold. Wealth flows to those who focus not on what they can take, but on what they can give, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, brings them closer to their ultimate goal. With this approach, money will no longer be something you chase, but something that follows you as you move forward.